Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yo, it's your boy Wayne Grind. We rocking on GrindMan TV, where we rocking God first every time. And today, bring a special guest to y'all. Big special guest. My brother Heartbeat on the snacks. Heartbeat on the track. So what's up, man?
What's up, bro?
Man, nothing, chilling, man. Trying to get a new vibe, get a new wave, man.
I'm glad you had me, bro. For sure.
Yeah, you know I had to catch up with you first. I couldn't even do it without doing you first. You feel me?
You be moving around so much, man. I'm surprised you was able to pull up, man.
Yeah,
you be everywhere.
I got to pull up every time for you, man. So, man, what's up, man? What you got going, man? What you got going now, bro?
Man, pretty much the same shit, bro. I come to the studio and work every day. Whatever comes about, you know.
Right.
That's what comes.
One thing I want to say, man, I've been knowing you for 20 years, man. One thing I want to say is your grind has always been consistent, bro. Like, how you keep that focus, man? Like, you don't take no breaks. Like, you don't do none of that. Like, through the pain, through the storm.
I mean, it to be honest with you, it's a bit selfish.
Yeah.
Cause I put my work in front of a lot of things. Normally, what people would put, you know, they would put off to maybe second or third. But I don't know. I just had a mission and a plan like early, and I felt like, you know, for the better of my family and my friends, it'd be best if I just kind of like, you know, stuck with my calling. But you know, in doing that, I missed a lot of stuff that a lot of people would be able to, you know, enjoy for the rest of their life. You feel me? So, but that's basically what it is. I just focused on work, bro. Like, you know, and changing the narrative of my family for sure.
Right, and I say that, bro, because I watch, you know, like, even though we worked for a long time, but like I watch you go through some tough times, you know, losing your grandparents and, you know, other situations, like tough situations. But one thing I never seen you do was take a break, like stop. So I commend you for that, man. That grind, like that focus, I commend that, bro.
Yeah, those be the reasons why I can't stop, for real. For real.
So y'all artists, y'all hear that, bro. In order to get to where this man to the top, bro, you got to grind, you got to stay focused. Got to keep God first and keep your grind first. So, bro, we're gonna go back, man, to the Act Right days, man. Kind of come up.
I'm telling you right there. Shout out my cousin, man, Jonathan Bender.
Shout out Bender. Shout out 240.
He the one got my feet wet with the music stuff. So yeah, he inspired me to, you know, keep going and make it a business. A lot of things that I do right now I learned from his business model back then. So yeah, but that was, what was that, about 2003, 2002, something like that.
Yeah, up and down.
It's a long time ago, man.
Right,
yeah.
but then me knowing the camp from the beginning, everybody coming from that, under that umbrella, like, and watching Bender shower everybody with everything that they needed, kind of spoiled them. And I don't see that hustle coming from a lot of those guys that come from that camp like you got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just a little different with rap though, man. Like, the monetary value ain't attainable so early. Like, you see what I'm saying? When you produce, you making money right then. Like, you could touch it right then. But like, when you rapping, it's like, I can give so much, but until I start getting back something off of this, you know, I might need to do something else because it's time for me to, you know, make some decisions as a man. My thing with producing, I was always making something, even if it was $1,000 a month. You know, even my cousin started me off on payroll, $1,000 a month.
Right.
Then he had me quit my Walmart job. I was at the TLE, and I told him I was making like $1,000 over there. He said, I'm gonna bump you up to $2,000.
Quit, cut that shit go.
I quit. That was last time I ever worked.
I remember that's when you were back. Man, he was in the apartment.
That was last time I ever worked. And he flew me out to Indiana. Man, it was a route from there. You know, it's really just how you build your lifestyle from that point. If you're making $1,000 a month, find your apartment at $450, $500.
Right.
You know,
it out.
Yeah, budget it out. And so I was blessed to have that early on. But yeah, as far as the artists and the other artists he had on the label, you know, they tried. I ain't gonna lie, they tried, and it was all hard.
Right, they was hard.
It was all hard, and they still trying. I'm not saying it ain't never, nowadays with music, it's never over. You know.
What about the guy? What about the Short? Right?
Short made a big mark. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Short. Me and
Shout
Short,
out East Beast, man.
me and Short did an album called South Tsunami that dropped. We was the first tape to drop, to my knowledge, in New Orleans after Katrina. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
When everybody needed to come back,
Right.
and have some unity, amongst each other in Louisiana. He dropped a tape and he sold like 50,000 units on the Acray, and I produced like 9 songs on that. So like that birthed me to New Orleans. Like everybody from New Orleans started calling me then, man. So shout out to Short.
Right, shout out to Short.
Sam Mack, the Sidewinder.
Bro, he be all the Franktown hustlers.
Listen, so this is what he used to do. Check this out. And if y'all, well, you can't do this no more. Y'all ain't gonna lie. But this is what he used to do. He used to literally wholesale his CDs.
Right.
So all his partners, he might have had like 10, 20 partners under him, right? All them come buy his tapes from him for $3, $2. Back then it ain't number 45 cents to get a tape made.
Right.
He sold them for $2, and they all go to the street corners at every gas. You might be done bought the same CD twice in one day if you riding all through New Orleans. You see what I'm saying? Because they at every gas station. Right. They sold like 50,000 units here.
Well, that was a big impact. And then since you said about New Orleans, your introduction to New Orleans, I ain't gonna lie. I was talking to one of my homeboys the other day, shout out Bull, and I was telling him about that chopper that y'all better not fight in this bitch. Yeah. He had never heard that song.
For real? He must don't be in the club then.
Bro, back then he was, but he was like, bro, but I guess because it overshadowed so fast, like it's almost, but he was like, man, he said, damn, this definitely would have shook Chopper back. I was
it
like,
did.
Bro, it did. It was.
Bro, this what he was telling me. It took bro from like $500 a show to like $3,000-$4,000 a show, $5,000 sometimes.
He was all in Virginia. I was raised in Virginia and shit. Shout out Chopper,
and they still playing the song right now.
Yeah. But for y'all that don't know, Heartbeat, that y'all better not fight in this bitch. The original version, Heartbeat did that with Chopper.
Right.
Yeah, that's hard. Yeah,
and I'm gonna tell him what happened. Like the Chopper had clearance to go. That's Mouse on the hook. So Chopper came and he was like, man, I want a beat to this. This part that Mouse is saying on his verse on that Hey DJ, won't you play my song? So it's on his second verse where he say that. So I made the beat around it. Shine chopped up the hook, the part that Chopper wanted, and it took off. And before it took off, Chopper was in talks with Turk and Mill, and I believe they told him to go ahead and and run with it. We'll get to the paperwork later. Right. The song took off. So then, since that's Mouse on the on the hook, and they got rights to Mouse.
Right. And they needed a single for Boosie.
They got another beat made, chopped the hook up just like we did, kind of a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? And then they got an old verse from Boosie that was already out on a song, put that on there, threw the rest of the people on there and tried to,
Well, it did. It overshadowed.
It did. Because they was already major at the time. Chopper was independent, and the song just kind of took off around here. I remember going to Baton Rouge and coming out the club. I think I was at a Kevin Gates concert when I first heard him. And I came out the club and the people in the parking lot were playing it. Y'all better not fight in this bitch.
I'm going to tell you something crazy. I'm going to tell you a crazy story. The night he recorded that song, I guess he had a show in Slidell.
Yeah, he used to stay at that club.
Right, because he had left the studio. I think he come straight to the club and started recording that song. And when he came in there, he got on the stage, he grabbed the mic, and he was like, fellas, he was like, you ever like the song ain't play. He's just talking like, fellas, you ever been in a club and you hollering at a bad bitch right before you get the number?
Hey, that bitch can perform, man.
A fight break out. The niggas like, yeah. It was like, ladies, you ever be at the bar, the nigga finna buy you a drink, then a fight break out and you don't get, yeah. He said, well, y'all better not fight this bitch. And that bitch went crazy. I was like, damn.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I said, yeah, you got one.
But Chopper always have little good ideas like that. We working on some stuff right now. It's gonna be some good music coming out. Yeah, for sure. So some different stuff from him and some of that, some more of that club shit too. Right. Yeah. One of them got Level and HD on it. Chopper, Level, HD. It's called Leave Me Alone. So yeah, I produced that one. That bitch hard too.
Why I've been doing a lot of work with HD.
Oh, okay.
Why I've been working with him. But then New Orleans, we got the New Orleans legend that's free. You did some work with him before he went in. The song I was telling my partner, like they didn't know. Yeah, the BG that I ain't telling. Like you know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. So that was hard.
That's his last video he did before he went to jail. They actually played it in his trial.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So on your journey, man. I want to ask you, like what you got to tell any other producers or artists, like what kind of motivation, like, cause bro, I hear the music they making, everybody lost, bro. Like it's just so, like what you say, what you give, what advice you give them, bro? Cause people ask me, yeah.
I mean, do music that best represents you. In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't out here having to smush niggas every day just to, you know, save your life and you know, maneuver through your hood, I don't think you should be rapping about it, because you're gonna get that kind of attention, you know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people don't be ready for that, you know what I'm saying? And then it's also like, it's making everybody think that that's what you got to do to get on.
Right,
you know
bro. It's misleading, bro.
It's misleading.
Shit
so like,
crazy.
I understand one or two people, you know, that was gifted up to the point where, yeah, they might have been doing wrong in the streets, and their talent got them out. But man, at some point, man, you got to use that to redirect the narrative as well.
Bro, it's crazy.
But
like,
I do my part, like in here talking to these kids, and I mean, you know, I try to. You know, when they be out of the booth and it might be, you know, just us, you know, and they ask me stuff, I be telling them, you know, try to do some other type of music or do this, you know what I'm saying?
Right, I think I seen you post a couple times you at the school with the kids. Working with the kids.
I've been in a couple schools talking to the kids.
And get you some exposure on the news and shit.
Yeah,
that's good. Make it. How you feel? I'm proud of you.
They inboxed me the news. They said they heard that it was crazy. A double platinum producer here in the city, and they wanted in Hattiesburg, and they wanted to do an interview on it. So they came over here and checked the studio out and all that stuff.
And the legend come through, Brett Ford.
I don't know if you can say legend no more. They mad at old Brett, boy.
He robbed
They mad at old Brett, boy.
Legend just the nigga come out of him. You got to get that money, man.
I done had everybody over here at the studio already. We only opened in 2003, and it's Mississippi, bro. So like to have so many people come through here, you know, high caliber, low caliber, mid caliber, you know, everything. Like you know, it's a blessing. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody for sure.
And I'm highly motivated by you, bro, because like on your journey, like I was there with you. You know what I'm saying? I know the struggles. I know the shit you went through. I know the shit you went through that I would have quit. I'd be like, fuck that shit. You feel me? And you know I'll take a break in a minute. But so you know I stay motivated by you. And another thing that keep me sane, motivated. One day I remember you called me and you said, hey bro, like you supposed to be up here with me, my nigga. Like you earned this shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I said, well, yeah, that's what's up. So, but a lot of people like in Atlanta, man, the journey in Atlanta, bro, like with Rocco, bro, like, you know, I know I'm just speaking on shit that I seen, you know what I'm saying?
Man, you about seen it all. I'll make sure I call you anytime.
But I just want to speak on Rocco because every time you used to call Rocco, this nigga like the realest nigga in it. This nigga used to pull up in the Phantom with his jewelry by himself. And just come sit out.
Was that you that we went out eating?
We Piccadilly
at the Phantom?
Yeah, he pulled it up by himself. I'm like, that, this nigga got to be the realest nigga. Shout out Rocco, man.
Yeah,
Rocco, real nigga.
I remember, I'm going to tell you how that happened. BG. Was it BG? Yeah, I was submitting beats to BG. And I sent them a beat that kind of sound like that. You just do you, I'ma do me. It was kind of in that same, you know, like feel. And they rapped on it, not BG, but Six Shot and Gar and Snipe. It was for their album Life in the Concrete Jungle. And shout out to Gar and Snipe, Chopper City boy. So once they sent that off, once they rapped on the beat or whatever, they sent it off to Rocco. Rocco was like, he had just came out. He just had do. That's why I made the beat, because I like the beat so much. So he had just came out with it. They sent it off for the feature, and he got on the track. So now I got the Chopper City Boys and Rocco on a track together, right?
Right, big.
So this crazy story, and this is why it's good to have a network of people. You can't just sit at home and do stuff by yourself because it takes a village of people to create moments like this. So a couple months later, Asiatic Black had booked Chopper and me. He booked me, Chopper, Rocco, and Boo Rossini. We all had our own VIP sections in Freelance in Hattiesburg. I mean, not Hattiesburg, Jackson. Pulled up, he had somebody out there waiting with a sign, say Heartbeatz from a parking spot and all that. Yeah, man, shout out to Asiatic Black, bro. I ain't never had nobody show me love like this in the club as a producer. I ain't gonna lie, he had it all laid out, bro. I had my own section. The club was packed wall to wall. and Rocco was in there, so I left my VIP. I went to his VIP, and I told him, I'm the one that made the song for you and BG enough for you and Chop City Boy. And he looked at me up and down, put my number in your phone. So we exchanged numbers right there. And I used to call him every time I went to Atlanta. He had me pull up and come to the studio. We just go in there and work, you know. And we end up. He ended up recording that "What You Doing."
Yeah, what you doing?
Plies got on that beat too, but I turned Plies down because he didn't want the hook. See, I wrote the hook on the one Rocco on.
Plies they want you to eat.
Rocco re-rapped the hook. Plies didn't want the hook. He had his own hook, so I sent Plies a different beat pack. I let Rocco run with the song. It made the Gift of Gab, which is his biggest project to date. Right. And then Plies ended up rapping on another beat, and that came out on his On Trial mixtape, and it's called Not a Game, produced by Heartbeatz. Yeah, Plies, Not a Game.
Plies, y'all go check that out. Plies, y'all let the Heartbeatz.
Yeah, that was all at the same time. Yeah, that was a good year too. I think that might have been like 2010, 2011, something like that. But yeah.
Then you come, damn. I'm keep coming to New Orleans. Then you come on up. Then you got the Mr. Magic situation, the Roy Jones.
You know how that happened? I'm finna tell everybody all these situations how this stuff happened, right? Like I told you before, Asiatic Black set up that last situation. Not just Asiatic Black, but you know he was a key, you know, piece to me getting to Rocco. Cause he set me up just like Rocco was set up. They don't know how important I am because he made all four of us equal. You see what I'm saying? Me, Chopper, Boo, Rocco. So what was the other beat you was talking about? Magic. So I'm gonna tell you how Magic came about. Shout out to Onset. Yeah, people they might not know Onset. He an engineer / producer, and I think out of New Orleans, but he might be in Baton Rouge if I ain't mistaken. But he worked with a lot of artists in New Orleans. Right. He sent out an email blast one time, and he didn't send out a blank Carlton copy. You know what that is? Where it say BCC or CC and BCC. You got to hit BCC and then put all your emails in the BCC. Right. That way, when you send it to that person, they're not gonna have all those emails. Right. He didn't do that. So I had 500 emails. All the biggest rappers, because he had the most popping studio at the time. Blessed. Down there, in Baton Rouge. Right. So I copy and paste all of them and would send out beat packs. And like 6 months later, Magic emailed me back. Said, man, who is this, bro? Like, I'm trying to fuck with you, bro. I pull up on you or whatever. Nigga, I got some songs to your shit, nigga. You hard. Right. So he came. He pulled up, came to the studio in Hattiesburg. He said, man, next time I see you, bro, we gonna go down by Roy Jones, bro. I'm doing a Body Headbang Volume 2. Right. And I'm like, yeah, the fuck right. Yeah, the fuck right. First of all, I didn't even believe you was about to come here. Right, I had Magic. Okay, right. I had Magic downtown Hattiesburg. You feel? I didn't even believe that was gonna be popular. Now you talking about bringing me to Roy Jones' house? Right, nigga, we watched this. So I'm like, all right, yeah, I believe when I see it. Nigga hit me back about 2-3 weeks later, bro, and brought me down to Roy Jones. He cut me to one. I can't say now, but before the Jay Young and shit, we're one of the biggest checks I ever got to produce an album. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was like 8 songs in, man. I had threw a show in Hattiesburg, a beat battle, and that bitch was packed wall to wall, bro. And Magic and Roy Jones were my special guest judges. Right, I remember that. Right. It was packed wall to wall, bro. And this nigga Magic wouldn't answer the phone. Right. I'm like, damn, bro, we 8 songs, we rocking hard. Why is he standing me up like this, bro? Right. It's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, we finna get ready to close. He ain't answering, bro. Like, right. So then somebody called L. Kelly and said that they heard that Magic got into a wreck right outside. Tragedy on the other end. Damn. And so we went to the hospital. It was like 2-3 in the morning. Then we went to the hospital and we was trying to get in. I had lied to them, his brother, the police ain't letting us in, all kind of shit. And man, that nigga Roy Jones called me like 5 in the morning, crying like a baby on the phone. Right. Not only he lost an investment, he lost a friend. His best friend. He lost a friend. Right. And his wife. Like, right. Shout out Roy Jones. Roy Jones' wife and Magic's wife is best friend. Best friend. Shout out Roy Jones, man. Shout out R.I.P. Mr. Magic. R.I.P. his wife. That was a crazy situation. Crazy. So I don't know what happened, but I just speculation. I heard that they was, it was a drunk driver or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, that was crazy to hear the boxing champion call me, bro, crying like on the phone.
But don't you know Roy used to answer my phone calls because of you?
Come on, man.
Yeah, I used to call Roy all the time. I used to talk to him.
I ain't gonna lie, Roy done pulled through for me. Like when I was in Atlanta with nothing one time. I called him, man. He said, man, come down here, Pensacola, I got you.
Yeah,
I pulled him down, he gave me a bag. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so he wasn't on no music shit or nothing. Just keep going, nigga. Right. Shout out to Roy. We still got a good relationship right now, for sure. Yeah, but yeah, rest in peace, Magic, for sure.
Right. Mm-hmm. So you done worked the New Orleans area since you broke it with Short.
Man, I done worked Miss T down. I done worked everybody down there.
But then I'm just trying to come up and let up a little date.
Yeah.
But we're gonna start off with Bogalusa, but we're gonna start off with Gold Mile.
Man, you got to. You can't tell the story right
without. We're gonna start off with Gold Mile.
You can't tell the story right without.
Gold Mile.
You can't tell the story. Gold Mile still to this day is one of the most unique artists I had recorded, bro. I ain't
he just didn't want to leave Bogalusa.
That nigga energy was it, bro.
That nigga
I ain't gonna lie,
energy
bro.
had the lyrics, the songs. He just didn't want to leave the hood, man.
I don't know about that part.
He did, man.
But I do know that he played a key part, key part in who I am right now. And I appreciate that too.
It's a lot of people. It's some more people that that did music before the Gold Mile, but I'm like Gold Mile was the more consistent with me.
Well, I hadn't recorded nobody from both.
For real, back then, it was
Gold Mile, and then Boone came.
Right.
And then when JD Young got a little older, Boone had called me to come record him. Right. And them not really the first ones that I was recording.
But it's a lot of it's like you got Jolly, you got
now Franklin a different story.
Franklin a different story because
I just lied.
Why you say that?
Man, I've been tackling Vogue for a little minute, boy. I gotta go back a generation, man. Miss Ray. I gotta go back a generation. I'm tripping. Miss Ray, Q, C-Style.
Yeah, C-Style.
Yeah. I've been in Bogalusa for a long time. I gotta go back a whole nother generation.
C-Style, them boys had a good run too. They just didn't,
Man, yeah, they were hard.
You gotta spread.
And Q. I remember I used to look Q like he was famous. He had that chain on. A lot of people ain't had no, chain and shit.
Right.
That's when I first started making beats.
Right.
That like 10 years before I even met Gold Mile and them probably.
Right. That's true though. Right, they did. I know they had one too. That's around the time ESG was hot.
Yep. They used to come to my apartment. Miss Ray actually came to my apartment when
Miss Ray, what's Miss Ray? Was she rapping with Huggy B? That one was with Huggy B, right? Had the hard ass verse.
Yeah. She
hard
was
as a motherfucker.
Man, I learned a lot from Miss Ray, bro.
Who else was it? Drummer.
Drummer. Me and Drummer about to sign a Snoop Dogg together.
Yeah. Drummer out of Cali now doing his thing.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. You talking about Drummer Boy, right?
I'm talking about.
I'm talking about.
You talking about Slidell Drummer. That one did the shit with Master P.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just asked my
me and him
son
was supposed to go. Well, I ain't gonna say supposed to go, but what's his name? Hip Hop. The Snoop Dogg security guard.
Hey, listen, but I wonder, since you said that, like I know Drummer, like I just was asking my son or somebody that my partner be, like, what's up with Drummer? Like, what you got to know after that shit with Master P? Like, yeah. Like after that shit with Master P.
I don't know.
think somebody say he end up getting on drugs or some shit.
I don't know. I have no clue. I really don't. I told you last time.
When you come to Franktown, you had.
That's what I'm about to tell you. In Franktown, I had
the Fever House first.
I was gonna say Fever, but I don't know if Fever House was first though.
Yeah, Fever House was first. Who was it? Fever House was first, man.
No.
Fever House.
How Fever House hurt me? It got
because it had to be Fever House. That's who it was.
But
first.
you know, I had your boy down there. What's your boy who went to jail? Neek
the Bill.
Neek. I was recording him.
After though.
That was the same studio.
Yeah, but that was after. Yeah, that was Fever House most definitely first.
I had it was somebody else from down there too.
Well, my partner Keith and them, the Thug Money shit. I used to try to get them come. I don't think they came though too much. I don't think a lot of people didn't believe in. I used to say the hard
Pokey. And Pokey then came to the studio. So me and Pokey had like a 20-year relationship.
That was around the same time. Right. The Pokey, the female shit, that shit was around the same time. Yeah. All that was around the same time.
I used to go down there. Yeah. I used to go down there and pull up on them.
Right. And then you end up finding the diamond in the dirt with JD Young.
I mean, he found me. He was just another guy recording at the studio.
Come to the music.
I ain't know, that he. I mean, I knew he was talented, but I didn't know he was gonna be a star. That came later,
bro. But look, I'm gonna tell you something. I seen in his face the same ambition that I seen in you. Like, I'm talking about, I'm not gonna stop.
Yeah.
Look, one day his daddy I'm on a motorbike. One day his daddy flagged me down. He said, man, got Jay in the seat. Jay sitting in the passenger side. He just kicked back. He was like, hey, Wayne, man, I want you to help me fuck with, my son with the music and shit. I said, man, I got a lot of shit going right now in the streets. I said, man, look, go to Heartbeat. But I seen in his face like I'm gonna do it regardless. Cause he was
that nigga could spit.
Yeah, that nigga spit. And then early on, Archie, Archie Rex. He was over there with Archie Rex.
I ain't gonna lie. They when I came back from the A, they helped me get my studio together. Your logo, they helped me get my studio together.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you how. He told me as long as I come down there and record 4 hours, he gonna pay me $250.
To my Archie. Right.
So when I moved back from the A, nigga, that apartment that we was in, you had been left, nigga.
Right.
They 1 month, they threw my shit on outside in the rain, nigga. In the fucking rain.
Talking about the crib we had.
Yes, bro. Yeah, they threw my shit in the rain. So me and Clay, we out there about to fight and everything, cuz. So I came back down here and crashed on my brother's couch, Bubba, youngster. Shout out to Bubba.
Right.
He had a crib. He had about 4, 5 white folks standing with him. They had old ladies and friends. And so I was back in the studio room, and I kind of turned it into a actual. Well, I think he already had it kind of like a studio. But what I would do is I'd only record people from Picayune because I ain't want to, everybody see a nigga kind of doing bad right now. People out of town, I ain't give a fuck how my town look at me. I was doing bad when before and this shit. So I let certain people pull up. I'll record them, and Archie would pay me 3 times a week. So that's think about it, that's $750 a week. That's $3,000, right? 3,000 a week plus what I'm making. And you see what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm taking the money and building a studio down in Hattiesburg. Right. So a couple times $240 match me. You know what I'm saying? Just helping trying to get the studio accomplished. Right. So about 8 months went by. And got it open, and I told Archie and them I can't come to Vogue no more to record. Jay got to come to the studio.
Come on, but I got us in the better position,
I got us the studio. It's safe, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to come on. It was at the plaza. It was fresh. Everything was fresh in there, so I do appreciate Archie for that, because I go down there 4 hours in one of the most dangerous small cities in Louisiana, record for $250, come back, take my little shit and go and build,
Yeah, Mason Music most definitely had this stamp on that J.D. Youngin movie. Yeah, they did.
And at first I wasn't even doing his beats, I was just recording. Like at that time I was just recording this shit. Because he wasn't, I ain't gonna say this the reason why I wasn't doing his beats, but I had just came from Atlanta, I'm making Atlanta shit. And then he wasn't the J.D. Youngin the world knows. Like he was just a local joker, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just recording. But when he started getting that buzz, I started getting on the side. From the practice these motherfuckers. Started practicing. Like a year later, I showed him a beat. He rapped on that beat. The first beat I ever showed him with Mud Brothers. That beat hit 4 million views.
You knew it was serious then.
The very next album came out, I had 14 out of 16 beats on there. And that's his biggest album to date. I had 9 of my beats, 5 of the Heroes tracks on there. There's only 2 beats on that album that we ain't do.
That's crazy. I remember them phone calls.
I had learned this sound. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had learned this sound. Yeah.
Like, dude was very ambitious. R.I.P. J.D. Youngin, man. Lost a good young kid, man. Like, he hadn't even started growing yet, bro. Like, and it's crazy, like,
we had just got in it.
Yeah, bro. And I think that, even after when we was talking about doing the movie, and I had called him, I was like, Jay, you gonna do the movie? He was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, huh? I'm gonna do the movie.
Facts. He was supposed to do the podcast and everything.
Right. And see, because I always used to, but one thing about it was once he got in his head, he was a gangster. That's what he was. But I remember one time I was talking to him. He used to always get mad at me when I get to preaching at him shit. I always tell him, but you got to be a young boss. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a young gangster, but that's what was in. You know what I'm saying? That he kind of got caught up in it. But when he went to jail, I think that when he come home, I think that he was about to reach.
I ain't gonna lie, his head was different when he came home.
Cause he had a chance to,
But brother, man, this industry shit can suck you. See, the people be talking. They don't really know, bro.
Right.
You only gonna know if you that nigga.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Cause this shit can suck you into some shit, bro. That you ain't.
Right.
You might not be trying to get into it, but you look worse if you don't. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And in your head, you like, do I cross that? To me, I think sometimes, and I ain't just speaking on JD Young, but I think those are the things that people are talking about when they say sell your soul.
Right. When you get caught up in the things that it take to get you to the next level,
the darker things.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That because at certain times it might be certain things that might work out better for you and media wise and all this stuff like that. But you also getting yourself in some deep shit. But
so it don't be voluntary. It be like a thing you just slip off into.
Man, nigga was 17, 18 years old, got that bag, man. Y'all can't threaten me, man. What?
You can't tell me nothing, man.
Man, y'all ain't finna threaten me. Man, I got this sack. I ain't never had nothing.
Yeah, money a motherfucker. Man. For real.
But shout out to Jay, bro, because I ain't gonna lie, he brought that shit worldwide. They get people hit me from all over the world, bro.
He did. Saying that, so I know you keep your ear to the street. Like, what artists you see next, man? Like, independent, in the mud, in the dirt. I'm talking about not just talent. We talking about with the grind, the ambition, the whole package. Like, who you see? Like,
I'm working with Lawrence right now.
Lawrence, shout out Lawrence, OTS. He hard.
Working with Lawrence right now.
Yeah, but he on the team. I'm talking about besides that, like guys that's coming through the studio that you see potential where you will see you will see JD Young, you will see that ambition, that drive in. Like, do you have any artists?
It's a lot of them. It's just I don't know their personal life as much. Like I done seen some niggas who were hard, they talented, and then when you do a little homework on them, they done told on me and shit.
Damn, like that's killing the game right now, bro.
Yeah, so it's like you can't even,
told.
It's just or you find out they do something else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just crazy shit, but it's a few people that's hard around here that got some potential, but I don't like naming them because a lot of other people get upset. Shit. There's so many of them. It's hard to think of at the same time.
But look, not cut y'all. But since you said something about told on him, what you think about your boy, about our boy, man? Oh, Charleston White. When the last time you talked to that fool, man?
Shit, I think he called me probably about a month ago.
Yeah.
I don't call him a whole lot because I know he busy. You know what I'm saying? I like to call people when it's about business. Yeah. I like when I ring that phone. Shit, you gonna pick up because I ain't just calling just to waste your time.
So answer this.
I can shoot you a text and be like, keep your head up, brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But let me ask you this because I did. So I'm gonna ask you this, like did you ever kiss like any slack? Like, did people ever tell you anything about being around Charleston? Like, you fucking with that nigga? You never get none of that?
No.
You didn't? Man, that shit was crazy. That shit was crazy.
But you probably hang around with some different people than me.
Yeah, but I had some people like my partner Titus. Like,
I'm gonna be real. Besides raping people and all that stuff like that, which we know he just saying, so people
he just was talking. We knew that,
so people can get some clicks.
Right.
I don't disagree with a lot of the Charleston.
A lot of shit he say. I don't either.
I don't. Right. And when he say snitching, I don't believe he's saying if I'm riding in the car and I got an ounce in my pocket and I got 3 people with me, all of us finna go to jail.
But hold up, let me stop it right there. This is the thing that kills me with the snitching. The nigga is not a street nigga. Mm-hmm. The nigga is a pops, right? So you imagine my daddy.
Facts.
In the hood, and a nigga walk up to him and slap him with a pistol.
Man, my daddy called the police.
And he called the police. Like, he's a snitch. Like, my
daddy called the police whenever, man. If there's too much shit going on the block, he would call the police, man, break this shit up, man.
Niggas gotta stop enforcing the snitching on the kids. Too. You know what I'm saying? Street niggas, they try to enforce snitching on kids and on older folks. Like, that shit don't go for them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The snitch stuff should be crazy. Whenever it's that you done got caught with some work.
Participating, right. When you participate.
And you want to give yourself less time to by bringing somebody else down.
Right.
And he didn't get caught. You had a choice of hustling whatever you hustling. It ain't got nothing to do with who gave it to you.
Right, for real.
So take your own charge. That's the snitching that, you know, I don't.
Why do 10 when I can give it to a friend?
Yeah.
Why do 10 when I can give it to my motherfucking friend?
To me, that ain't right.
Right, you gotta be. I think you gotta be in the streets, and because I say this, like if you hustling and you doing something, and you let a citizen see you, whether it's rob a bank, whether it's sell a dope, whether with a pistol, they see you with a pistol, and they call the police. Like I don't think that's snitching. Like, cause by you being a street nigga, you should respect the code. They shouldn't see that. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be exposed to that.
And then what kind of normal person wants an unsafe community?
What type of right?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I love where I stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I ain't never felt that goddamn comfortable before, bro. Hell nah, man, I always stay in the hood.
Right.
Now, it's all kind of cameras and everything before you even get to the property where I stay. Right. Then I got all kind of cameras. Right. It's just different, bro. Why would you want your community unsafe to where everybody in your community is scared at nighttime?
Everybody's scared.
Man, we go walking at nighttime, me and my wife.
But they scared of the kids now.
They ain't scared of animals and shit.
Motherfucker ain't scared of animals. They run past them down. Motherfucker scared of them kids with them big old pistols.
The shit, because they ain't got no, not all of them, but a lot of them, they ain't got no damn morals, bro.
It ain't even
the morals gone, bro. Like motherfuckers that get to shooting and get to doing whatever with. Like I almost got shot at the club a few times, bro. Just from being there and they start shooting.
Well. See, another thing too. I'm kind of glad, like my sons, you know, coming from the lifestyle I come from. Like my sons, they respect me, and I get to talk to them. Like, you know what I'm saying, but. That's kind of where it come from, like, cause I remember when I jumped off the porch, and the guys I ran behind, the shit they was doing, I had to create a character in order to blend in with them. You understand? To come around, so it kind of, you know, you gotta really have a role model, somebody around, bro.
I don't know what was my role model, bro. I know Jonathan went pro when I was young, but even before then, like, I was just so locked in with that keyboard, bro. I didn't even know I was gonna be a producer. I was just playing the keyboard.
Yeah.
I tried to make a beat one time after church, and I had brought it home, and Jonathan was home for All-Star Weekend, and he heard it. He's like, man, you made that beat? Because they had a beat you can make a keyboard. Right. I mean, a keyboard you can make a beat on. I played it for him at my grandma's house. I said, yeah, I made it. He said, man, I'm about to start a record label. He said, you going to be my beat, man. He said, you going to be my Nate dog, too. That's what he said. You know, I can sing.
You can sing and rap.
Next thing I know, he bought all the equipment in New Orleans. Nigga, I quit high school and everything. Went straight down there. You dropped me off, man. I don't need nothing else.
You the real definition of how they say eat, sleep, shit, this music shit. Like, you really do that.
Now, don't get me wrong. I wasn't failing high school. I had A's and B's. They could go pull up, if it's possible, to pull up nigga transcript, pull that shit up. But nigga, my cousin had just got signed for $15 million. No, it was a second contract, $28 million. $28.5.
Man.
And he telling me, let's do this music
First
shit.
million I've been around.
Man, bro, I'm around Larry Bird. I'm around Reggie Miller. I'm around everybody, bro.
So listen, let me ask you this. Going back to the past to that, since we keep talking about Jonathan Bender, cause kind of how we that's how we met. Big Dip, that's how I ended up coming around. Dip, you know, shout out Dip. That's how I ended up coming around, y'all boys. And but damn, I was finna say something. Oh, shout out, think about Jonathan Bender, man. Like I remember first day I come to his house, 240, man, come to the gate and open the gate. And I come in, I'm like, damn, all these goddamn mansions and had the football players stay right Willie Roach.
The next door neighbor.
Yeah, right.
They was Willie Roach.
Whatever they look, and I get to the door and Ben, the big tall nigga at the door, and then look down at me and nigga said, hey, he said, take your shoes off and come in, my dear, and make yourself at home. We in that shooting pool and shit one end, like that shit was different for me coming from where I come from.
It's a whole different lifestyle, and if you got a chance to experience that back then,
shit, right?
It's like it lit a fire up under you to where you not gonna stop until you get back to think about it. Mac Man, man, I know that's lifestyle. I think he might have been fooling around with Wayne a little bit before that, but not as much as what he is right now. Like just on some hometown,
right,
in the hood
and
shit,
all that, right.
But just been being around that stuff, like, man, I'm not stopping till I can have this stuff. My thing, man, you had 14 cars, Phantom, Aston Martins, Ferraris,
bro, you
Benz,
pulling up
Range
at the shows
Rovers,
when niggas pull up
everything. we doing car shows with BMF. We pulling up at the same cars they got. But what's crazy is I should be saying they in the same cars as us because he in the NBA.
Because he in there.
He in the NBA.
I'm gonna tell you a crazy story. So one night I had a Caprice, right?
Yeah.
So the Caprice was clean. So 40 was in the Hummer. I think Jay was out there. The other one, what's his name? The rapper?
Jay the Hustler?
Not Jay the Hustler, the other one. What's
Young
his name?
A.
Young A. He had the song.
Come Serve, man.
Come Serve with
Soulja
BG and
Slim
Soulja Slim.
That was my single.
But check this out. So he did the show right at Picayune. So everybody out there, Range Rovers, all this. I'm in the old school with the whips in it. Shout out Hank. I'm in Hank car. Got ready to go.
It wouldn't start.
Motherfucker went great.
God.
The motherfucker went great. But look, and I'm talking to her little bro. I don't want it, but he got some music, so I'm trying to get it on. Bitch went crazy. I go to him. But I got jumped off in the Range Rover. The boy stayed there till I got crunk, though. That shit was crazy, boy.
Jonathan used to cut over the wheels and the rims. He put rims, sound and everything, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that sound he had in the Escalade, bro. That shit was so loud, bro.
Man. Yeah, that was the days. Okay, so, something else I want to talk to you about, bro. Another time, we're going to go to Atlanta for a little while, man. And even though it's the boy hustling, touring them first, who I want to talk about first is Thad, man. Young Thad, man. God damn.
Rest peace, Young Thad.
R.P. Young Thad, man. Realest nigga in it, man. For real, Young Thad. Young Thad, where he's from? Alabama?
Yeah, he's from Mobile. Well, now he's from Pritchard.
Pritchard,
Alabama.
Pritchard, Alabama. Young Thad.
Mm-hmm.
Real.
If he wasn't from Pritchard,
I think he was from Pritchard. I think he was from Pritchard.
Yeah, I will recording his last few singles before he passed away.
Did we meet Thad through Twan, or did you already know Thad?
Yeah,
he already knew Twan.
I met Thad through Jay Roach.
Right.
Rest in peace, Jay Roach. Jay Roach and Thad knew each other, and he would always tell me that Thad listens to Jay Roach beats and wants some of them.
Right.
So he's like, man, I gotta plug you over my nigga Thad, man. He always asking about your beats, blah, blah, blah. So one day he just plugged us up. I can't remember if he came to the studio or something like that, or we might have just exchanged numbers or something. But yeah, when we got out to the A, we was working a lot.
Yeah, we worked a lot in Atlanta. I liked it there, like the experience. It was crazy.
Yeah, Thad was so laid back, bro.
It was crazy. We met a lot of good people. Even Kamara and them, I love Day 5. Kamara, I love Day 5.
There's a lot of people that we still in contact with right now, just because how cool they was back then.
Pop Lord Yachty, he cool.
Yaki.
You know what I'm saying? Yachty, he cool.
We got a chance to see him in Atlanta last year.
Every time though, he do. I ain't gonna lie, he keep it real. He ain't like a lot of them niggas see you and got that. Yeah, nigga, come on. So, man, then my boy Mozzie, you got to work with Mozzie. Did you ever put some of that music out with Mozzie? Did you ever mess with any of that music? Or you never messed with it?
I think Montana White put out that song Islands that I had put all them on.
Right. What about the play? You never put the play out with you and Mozzie? That's some good music, man. The world need to hear that.
That's the song we got together. I don't even, man, I had to find that song.
I got it.
Oh, yeah?
You know I got it. I got everything.
I wish we had a session still. But yeah, that nigga Mozzie said Heartbeatz, that's my round.
That's about round.
For him, I lay a nigga down. I remember Kevin Gates called. Was you in there that day?
Yeah.
That nigga called the day after he kicked that girl in the face on stage.
But you don't remember that night we was in there recording? I think that was the night I took that damn Molly. You don't remember that night they put me on that Molly?
Hell no.
You don't remember that in the studio? I like to die too.
Hell no.
For real? Man, put the shit on my tongue with a key. Them niggas
had that potent shit.
And I had never tried that shit, man. They put that shit on my tongue, man. I'm talking about sweat, bro. I'm talking about I was horny. Couldn't do nothing. I was fucked up.
What I was doing?
I wanted to go to the hospital. I went home. Yeah,
what I was recording.
And I had tried that
bro,
shit.
We had so much music, bro.
Yeah, I got a lot of this shit, dog. I'm telling you.
We had the Red Deshaun over there.
Got the Red Deshaun. Yeah, I seen him in
Met him through Kodak.
Kodak. Shout out to Kodak. Yep. I remember the night he brought the Reds and Sean to the studio, and he was and the Reds were behind, so Kodak was trying to sell him. I got my nigga, he had a big ass chain on.
Facts.
Kodak trying to sell it, man. This Waka Flocka people, man. Man, the Reds pushed that nigga out the way. Was like, hey, man, look, man, I'm sleeping on this nigga couch. I'm fucking homeless. He was like, nigga said you can help me get some money. Can you help me get some money? Tell you what I did. Shout out E. I called E. And E booked him at Elite. Got him $1,500 that same night.
Sure helped.
Damn sure did.
Probably the most he ever had to that day.
Probably never got booked like that before then.
Probably, I don't know if he did. I'm just saying.
I remember he come to Hattiesburg and we did the show, so the little club with the white people.
Ropers.
Kicked
our ass right on the bottom of them.
Yeah, he talking about I'm walking fly. All these white folks.
They kicked us out of there, didn't they? And they were talking about kicking our ass.
I said, man, the white folks finna beat this shit.
There's a lot of them too.
Folks don't give a fuck about the hell yeah, big ass white boy. You tell they know jiu-jitsu or whatever you call it.
Yeah, so they won't kick my ass though.
Right, for real. I'm like, man,
I'm gonna drop one of them motherfuckers.
Yeah,
if I can't drop them all, I'm gonna drop one.
I'm gonna tell you something else. I remember the day me and you was in the studio. Me and you was in there by ourselves. I think you was in one of them angry zones where you said, let's go to the studio. You was in one of them zones because I remember I was on the couch, you was in the studio. And the Rez and June Jones come in the studio. You remember that day?
He wanted to listen to some of the
he started coming to get the music. Remember he got the music. Remember he told you watch out. And then he was putting stuff in the music.
Oh,
he was tweaking. Remember that? He was tweaking the music.
But I still be talking to June right now. Well, I ain't gonna say I just talked to him, but whenever I inbox him on Instagram, he hit me back.
I ain't heard nothing else from him since
then. Yeah, and I be seeing him on my stories a lot. So that's what we make him, every once in a while I hit him.
He one of them super behind the scenes. Yeah, making plays. Yeah,
facts.
Shout out June Jones.
I don't know what he did with the Reds, but right after that, the Reds ended up taking over the goddamn world.
Remember he took him to Birdman, and they went to the Breakfast Club. That was when Baby did the shit with Charlamagne.
Put some respect on my name.
All three of y'all. Yeah.
All three.
Yeah, that was that day. Yeah.
I remember
so,
that.
Man,
I couldn't believe this nigga was behind Birdman. That shit was so random.
Yeah, he was right there behind Birdman.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, right there. I hit that nigga up in his DM. That nigga text me back like he was his manager. This is manager. Oh, fuck.
He don't even really talk to me no more.
Right, I think
hold on. He don't really. I seen him at the club in Hattiesburg one time. He came, dapped me up, and we chopped it up for a little while. And I just told him, congratulations on everything. But other than that, I done tried to hit him up a couple times to get some beats to him and shit. But you know how that shit be, man. J.D. Young kept that shit real, bro.
Right, them niggas talk that shit, dog.
J.D. Young kept that shit 100.
They kept that shit
1,000.
Yes.
Because think about it, bro. I could have one beat on somebody's project. That look good. Yeah, that one beat on Rocco shit, that one beat on Ply shit. Right. But when you lock in with somebody, you doing all the music with them, y'all develop a sound and the beats, and it just gives you a different type of notoriety throughout the country and the industry. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Especially if they shit slide.
And we could have did that. But they wanted, I ain't just specifically speaking about the Red Son. I'm just talking about all the other, because there's been a lot of artists that done blew up out my studio. But, I don't know if they have the control Jay had. Jay had a lot of control with his deal and shit, but, they don't be locking in with one engineer, one producer.
But I think that's when it works best, though, when you lock in with one producer. I think it's like you get to create a sound, you know what I'm saying? That's what I feel.
I say to each his own, man.
Instead of bouncing around.
But sometimes they'll lock in with the wrong people that got their sound messed up,
That's true. And it'd be hard because a lot of artists, they be coming to me and they be like, man, what I need to do? And I be like, man, you need to holler at Heartbeatz. Because I don't really like working with artists that ain't going to.
Because it starts with your sound. Your sound got to be right first. You know what I'm saying? If we trying to maneuver you and fuck with you in any type of way and bring your music to people and it sound like trash.
Right.
What you think they gonna think we playing around?
Right. Nobody want to hear that shit. Right. So, man, we're gonna come up to date a little bit, man. See, we got BG Home. We spoke a little earlier about old BG.
It used to be BG Free BG, now it's BG Free.
Now BG Free. Ain't that good? That's love. So we got BG Home. I remember when we first come home, I remember you texted me and said, bro, get me with BG.
For real.
That nigga said, bro, get me with BG. I text back, I said, nigga, they pulling at him now, nigga. You got to give him a minute, let him calm down. Then you text me back and said, bro, what?
I got 2 of them.
I got 2 of them.
I got to go get it. So what I did was I ended up inboxing Tracy. Tracy used to be our manager with Act Right, with my cousin label.
Right.
And
shout out Tracy, man.
Yeah,
She a real grounder too. Yeah,
for sure.
She a real grounder.
So like I told you, take a network of people. Jonathan hired Tracy.
Right.
So if it wasn't for Jonathan hiring Tracy and Tracy going and working in Chopper City,
right,
I wouldn't have that direct contact with BG because she's standing on the side of him right now a bit.
Right, 20-something year relationship.
20-something year relationship. She held him down the whole 12. Right. You feel what I'm saying? So I end up inboxing her and telling her that I wanted to submit some beats, and I made 2 beats that I went back and listened to the old BG and all that stuff.
Right.
And I made 2 beats that I just feel like he'll fuck with. I sent them 2 beats and she hit me back and said, "You only sent me 2 beats?" She said, "He done killed both these." He said, he recorded to them Sunday. She said, "You need to send me a pack."
Damn.
So I ended up sending her a pack, and that Sunday that she called me on speakerphone. He recorded to them 2 beats, and she was letting me hear it all.
That's crazy.
One of them called back like I never left. So I'm hoping to be like on some single shit.
He gonna be mad if he don't get that beat you let me hear. But you said you sold it. One you say you sold.
Man, that blues beat.
Man, that beat so hard. Okay. You said a blues beat. That's a BG beat.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it's a BG beat. Man, so I ain't gonna keep you up long, man. You know.
No, we definitely gonna meet up again for sure.
Yeah, so it's part 1. We gonna lock in.
We got a lot of other shit.
Shout out to the team, TJ. Shout out to my man behind the camera, Mr. Dub G, legendary.
Facts.
Yeah, let's talk about Dub G, man. For real though, Dub a legend, man. So, yeah, for real, Dub go way back in the game. You and him got a real good relationship.
Dub was one of the first people that I met around our way that was doing this stuff once I got on my own. At one time, Jonathan stopped the record label. Right. And it was on me to use what I learned from him to start it on. So I had linked up with Teezy and Jimmy, the boss man, and we started Finish Line Production. And we ended up having a hard-ass single, and he ended up getting paid shows and everything. But one time, before all that stuff happened, it was an event on the coast, and Dub G was booked to be the guest speaker coming from Atlanta. And he came and spoke with the flu to everybody. Yeah. So I passed out like 100 beat CDs to everybody that was there, and everybody went to fucking with me. But that nigga, hold on, wait, I'm finna tell you something crazy. That nigga Dub G called me back 2 months later. The first thing he said to me was, "Who the fuck are you? And where the fuck you come from?"
For real?
First thing he said, I didn't know who it was. I just answered the phone. That's exactly what he said. He had just listened to my beat CD.
Yeah, who the fuck are you and where the fuck you come from? Yeah. And so he seen greatness then. He heard something.
Yep.
What the fuck is going on?
I've been fucking with him ever since.
Yeah, Dub, good dude, smart dude, always stuck in front of the computer.
Sound like me. Facts.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what's up. So what you got coming next, man? What you got? No, we got the movie we got to get on. We got off track. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got a movie I'm working on called Bad Blood. I'm gonna try to be finished writing by the end of the year, but if not, definitely top of the year. Just something new I want to work on. Get some of my friends and stuff. Try to get our acting on. I just finished doing my first movie. No, I didn't do the movie, but it's called Behind the Label, and it premieres I think in November. But you just go look on my page. I shared. I can't remember exactly. My wife got a star role in it. I just got a small role in the studio. I'm recording Soulja Slim's son. in the movie.
Yeah. I seen him up here. Yeah, Soulja Slim's son. Yeah, for sure. Did you see something? They said he got another son or something too? I seen some shit.
I think that's talking about that dude that looked like him. Yeah, that's his cousin.
That's supposed to be his cousin.
His cousin or something like that. He sound like him too. He rap.
Yeah, I don't know if he rap. I ain't really looked too much into it.
If we talking about the dude that rap, I think that's his cousin. If that's the same guy. Okay. But now,
kind of young dude. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
And then other than that, man, I'm just working, bro. Whatever opportunity comes,
That's what's up. All right, that's what's up. Well, y'all heard it from the man himself, Mr. Heartbeat on the snacks, Heartbeat on the tracks. Till next time we holler at y'all, we're going to leave out like we came in. That's with God first. GrindMan TV. Y'all rocking with your boy.
Yes, sir.
Look, y'all check this out. Y'all go check that out. GrindManTV.com. We coming. We working.
And the book.
And the book. Launch Your Love and Trail. And we about to drop part 2.
For sure.
GrindMan TV.
Man, appreciate you having me, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yep.
Hey, let's get some of them tracks, man. Here's something to work with, man.
Here's some track riding out.
Yeah, let us ride out to something. Give us something to ride out to, man. Give us some good shit, man.
What you want to hear that blues beat up?
Ooh, that bitch so hard. Let me hear that. BG gonna be mad if he hear that bitch. BG gonna be, man, goddamn. What's up with 240 though? 40 me, all right?
Yeah.
Let's hear something.
Oh, they gonna play.
Why not?
Oh, yeah.
Let that shit ride. That bitch hard. Say a blues beat. That bitch so.
That's the one you talking about?
Yeah. I think that's it.
Heartbeatz on the track.
Yeah.
That's that trail ride shit.